Hi, welcome again in my channel. So today I'm going to read you Fairy Tale Treasury, Book 2. And we have three contents. I'm going to read you Alice in Wonderland. Ready everyone? Okay, let's start it. Alice was tired of sitting on the bank and have nothing much to do. The sun made her feel sleepy and she was just wondering about making a daisy chain when a white rabbit ran past saying, oh dear, I shall be too late," and taking a watch from his waistcoat pocket. Alice had never seen a white rabbit with a waistcoat or a pocket watch, so she followed him to see where he was going. And when the white rabbit went down a rabbit hole, down went Alice after it. Suddenly, Alice felt herself falling. She landed on a heap of dry leaves. "Oh dear," she heard the white rabbit saying, "how late it's getting." All at once he vanished from sight, leaving Alice in a long, low hall with locked doors all around. Alice came across a little table on which there was a key. But which door did it fit? Then she came across a tiny door behind a curtain. She turned the key in the lock and the door opened. Kneeling down, she could see a beautiful garden with bright flower beds and water fountains. "Now," thought Alice, "how do I get out?" On the table where the key had been there was a bottle with "Drink me" written on a label round the neck, and the most delicious drink Alice had ever tasted. And with every drop, Alice became smaller and smaller, until she was just the right size to get through the little door and into the beautiful garden. If only she had not left the key on the table. Then she found a box with a cake inside. In currants were the words, "Eat me." So Alice did, growing taller and taller, until she was much too big to go through the door, even though she had the key. Alice was so sad. She began to cry. Before long there was the patter of feet, and in came the white rabbit. The sight of such a big, tall Alice frightened him so much. He dropped the fan and gloves he was carrying. Alice picked up the fan, quickly dropping it when she found herself shrinking again. Her foot slipped and splashed. He was at to her chin the pool of tears she had wept when she had been so big and tall. In the pool of tears was also a duck, a dodo, and a mouse who told a story to get everyone dry. "Marianne," called a voice, "fetch me my glove this minute." It was the white rabbit. This time Alice followed him to a little house with W Rabbit on the door. Coming out the other side, she saw a huge mushroom, about as tall as he was now, on which a caterpillar sat smoking a pipe. The caterpillar said that eating one side of the mushroom would make her taller, the other side smaller. So Alice took a piece of each. A Cheshire cat grinned at her from a tree. "Please," said Alice to the cat, "which way should I go?" "That way," said the cat, waving his right paw. "Lives the Mad Hatter, and that way," waving his other paw. Lives the March Hare." The March Hare's house had a roof thatched with fur and chimneys shaped like long ears. He and the Mad Hatter sat outside at a table, resting their elbows on a very sleepy little dormouse. "Tell us a story," ordered the March Hare. "Well," said Alice, taken by surprise, "I don't think," he echoed. "Then you shouldn't talk." That was enough to make Alice march away from the table. Quite by chance, she saw one of the trees had a door set in it. When Alice opened it, she was in the hall again. Nibbling one piece of the caterpillar's mushroom, then the other, Alice made herself the right size to get the key, then go through the little door and out into the beautiful garden at last. Here, two gardeners were painting white roses red. We planted a white rose by mistake, explained one. And if the queen find out, oh no, here she comes now. The Queen of Hearts stopped when she saw Alice. What is your name, child? She asked. My name, said Alice, is Alice. Can you play croquet? Oh, yes, cried Alice. Alice had never played croquet using flamingos to hit curl-up hedgehogs. Before long, the game was a real mess, with the queen yelling, off with his head, every other minute. Suddenly, the cry went up. The trial is beginning. What trial? Asked Alice. But everyone was already running ahead, carrying her along with them into a big hard room. The charge is, said the white rabbit, that the knave of hearts stole some tarts. Call the first witness, said the king, and to her great surprise, the white rabbit called Alice. What do you know of this? Asked the king. Nothing was over, said Alice. Off with her head, shouted the queen of hearts, red in the face. You? Went on Alice. You only a pack of cards. At once the cards rose up and came flying down on her. Alice gave a little scream and found herself back on the bank. Her adventure in Wonderland had only been a wonderful dream. Well, that's it for today. I'm going to give you or to read you the story of Sleeping Beauty in the next one. See you, everyone. Bye-bye.